Welcome back to Dragon Army Books. My name is Dustin, and this is a spoiler-free review of the second book in the Burning Quartet by Evan Winter called The Fires of Vengeance. It is the second book following The Rage of Dragons, which I did a full review on. You can check the link in the annotation for that. I loved that original book. It does some incredible storytelling. It's an African-inspired fantasy tale that follows Tao on his quest for vengeance. And there are a number of battle sequences, battle montages, really a lot of them. And so some people might not like that, but I really enjoy that brutal fighting, battling, and then there's both rage and dragons, so you can't go wrong there. I really enjoyed the video game-like nature of that first book. Well, here in The Fires of Vengeance, its sequel, we pick up right after the concluding events of The Rage of Dragons, and it's a lot of the same kind of format, but really taken to the next level. In this story, Tao continues his quest for vengeance, for revenge. If you read The Rage of Dragons, you know that the fires of his rage have not yet been sated, and so they boil over, they burn over into the sequel. And so as the Queen's champion, Tao moves forward. He still has at least one person on his hit list that he is going after, and nothing will stop him to get there. But we have the Zidane forces that are encroaching on their territory, and will there be peace? Will there not be peace? Can there be peace between these two warring people, warring tribes? And so Tao and this new cast of characters have to pave the way to determine whether it's going to be peace or war. And instead of Skel Jayed, which was kind of the main cast of crew in our first book, we have kind of a new team here. Some comprised from members of Skel Jayed, and some are brand new characters. One of the things that I love most that Evan Winter did here in the story was introduce us to some really amazing women. Strong, powerful, independent black women for the most part. And they are incredible. Some of them fight with daggers. Some of them fight with calling on fire from dragons, dragon fire. And others just fight with their wit and intellect and charm and all of these things. All of these new characters that were introduced, I don't know about all of them, but at least some of those main ones, these women are incredible and were great additions to the cast. I think Evan Winter did exceptional there, really giving us some really great, robust characters. That's one of the things that Evan Winter just does exceptional here. And it's hard to bring in a new cast of characters when you've already got characters that you love from the first book, but he's able to do it in a seamless way that makes you care just as much about them that you do for the original crew from the first book. One of the things that Winter did in the first book, I think he did in the first book, that he for sure did here in The Fires of Vengeance that I liked, was from time to time he jumped out of our primary POV, which was from Tao, to a different POV to show us a different perspective on a series of events. I especially liked how he did this in some of the concluding chapters when we were able to see through the eyes of a character named Essie. Now, he lets us see through, a few different times actually, through eyes that our main character sees as a villain or as a bad guy. But we see through these eyes and these POVs, I think, to change up the pacing and change up some of the characterization of what's going on, but also to show us the humanity behind both sides of this brutal conquest. I think some readers might dislike this because they don't want to find humanity on the other side, because then how do you make excuses for what Tao and his crew have done? But I actually liked it. I love the moral quandary. I love the realism here that no one side is pure good and no one side is pure evil. I'm still on Tao's side, but Tao has a lot of bodies in his wake. A lot of the story, if you've read the first book, has to do with demons, and even the magical system and the training has to do with going into Isiago, which is kind of like hell, and battling demons. And so Tao not only has those physical or corporeal, whatever, demons to deal with, but he has these inner demons that are plaguing him, maybe even more so throughout the entirety of the story. Do you love rage? Do you love dragons? Do you love fire? Do you love vengeance? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And also, tell me your favorite fantasy dragon book. I guess all dragon books are probably fantasy. There's probably some sci-fi dragon books. Tell me your favorite dragon book in the comments down below. I love dragons. Would love to talk with you about them. And as always, thank you so much for watching and liking this video. If you haven't yet, click subscribe, join the Dragon Army, and we'll see you in the next one.